Hey guys, it's Sarah. All right, time to have a discussion. So get a drink because we have something to discuss. Things are going to start changing around here as far as book hauls go. Here's what's been happening behind the scenes that you're not seeing. I have been feeling more often than not very overwhelmed with the amount of unread books I have in my house and on my TBR and in my brain and all the things. Now, I have over the years kind of gone in peaks and valleys with this. Sometimes I'll get super overwhelmed and, I freak out and then I'm fine for a while and I don't think about it and it doesn't bother me and I have a library and I can pick whatever I want and it's great. As of late, definitely 2023, I have been feeling overwhelmed most of the time by the unread books in my house. Now, here's the thing. I have the room. I have the room right now. We do. I have the shelf space. My books are on the floor a little bit right now. But the problem for me personally is that this is not our permanent home. We will be moving again. These books have to get moved. We are military. There are weight limits on our household goods when we move. Books weigh a lot, and they take up a good chunk of our household goods, which includes our furniture and our dishes and the stuff we need to live. Now, if I wasn't moving around all the time, would this be as overwhelming? Probably not, but that is always something that's lingering in my head. Like, we have to move these. Is it going to put us over our weight limit because we have weight limits? That's something that I think about and that I have to think about. Our next house, am I going to have this kind of room? We don't know. We don't know what kind of house we're going to be in next. So I think that's a different situation that I'm in from other people where that's not something that a lot of people have to think about, but it is something that I have to think about. So that is definitely part of it. The other part is I'm just never going to get to all these books. And, do I want all of my books in my house to have been read already? Not necessarily. I definitely want a TBR. I want to pick books off my shelves whenever I want to. But do I need as many as I have? No, because I'm not going to be able to get to all of them. And I think that will be something that's consistent because books are always coming out and I'm always excited about new books. So I will be buying, I'll still be buying books, but I need to cut way down on my purchasing and having a lot more control over what comes in the house. And this has definitely spurred me into action because I was thinking the other day, we're going to be here in Virginia in this house for another year. By this time next year, we're going to be in moving mode because we are going to be moving next summer. And I don't want to move all these books. So that spurred me into action. I did another huge purge. Not quite as many as the 100 that I just got rid of, but I did do another purge. Everything's up on Pango for sale right now if you want to see them. I'll leave my shop link down below. But I went through and I got realistic with myself and said, am I going to read these books? Some of them, the answer was no. Some of them, the answer was, I want to read it, but I'll probably listen to it. And that was kind of it. Like a lot of them were actually, I was surprised at how many times I said, I don't think I want to read this. And it was fine. There are a few that I hem and hawed over, but my husband made a really good point to me. He said, Sarah, you can always get these books. If it's not a special edition or a limited release or whatever, you can always get them again. You can get them from the library. You can repurchase them if you want to, which is very true. I don't love the idea of buying a book twice, but at the same time, it's an option. And I know that these books aren't going anywhere. I can get any of these books anytime I want to. I really can. So that helped lessen my need to cling to some of them. I could definitely still do more. 100% I could do more, but I'm going to leave it where it is right now. I put everything that I could for sale up on Pango, like I said. Anything that I could not sell, which was like ARCs, things that were just not in good condition at all, like I would not feel comfortable selling, I took to my library and donated them there. So those are already done. And from here on out, so starting in May, I am going to severely limit the number of books that I personally am purchasing for myself. And yes, I work at Barnes & Noble. Do you understand how hard that's going to be? I think I've actually done pretty good the past 6 months that I've worked there, except April. April was a big one. But so many books came out. Ugh. But it's okay. I can get them anytime. So I'm going to severely limit the number of books that I am personally purchasing. I'm not going to go to library sales. I'm not going to go thrifting. I'm not going to be online looking at books. Like I'm not going to be doing that. I'm also going to start being very, very picky about what I choose to receive from publishers. I get emails daily about books coming out and get offered early copies, whether they are electronic or physical. I feel like I'm still I'm pickier than I used to be, but I need to be more picky as well, because some of the books that I ended up getting rid of were books that were sent to me from publishers and I just wasn't interested. So I tend to now do more research on the books when they send them, like send me information about them. And I feel like I've been a little bit more selective about what I'm accepting, but I could be better for sure. So I'm going to start being very, very, very picky about what I choose to accept from publishers. If they send me something unsolicited, I don't have control over that, and I'll have to make that decision later. But most of the time I'm offered something and I can either say yes or no. That's usually is what is happening right now. And if it's something that I do want, but maybe don't want a physical copy and they offer me a NetGalley link, I can click on that and that's fine. And I'll still have the book, but it's electronic, so it's not taking up any room. So I'm going to be very, very picky about that. I am also going to be taking down the link for my wish list on Amazon. I so appreciate any book that anyone has ever sent me, and I have a very full, overflowing cart of books that you guys have sent me that I haven't read yet. So that's another thing that can definitely make me a little bit overwhelmed. And I want to read all of them. I want to work on reading, those, because obviously you guys sent them to me and I appreciate you so much. So I'm going to take down the link to my wish list and say a huge thank you to everyone who has ever sent me anything. And I just need to not have anything else come in like that for right now. And I need to be having a little bit more control over what's coming in. So that's going to happen. And yeah, so those are kind of the steps I'm taking as of right now to work on controlling how much is coming in. And then I'm going to be really working hard to read the books off of my shelves versus, brand new things coming in, which I don't always read new releases, but I've been doing that a little bit more lately, which I'm not mad about because I've been really enjoying them. But at the same time, I have books that have been sitting here for years that I need to read as well. So I want to really start working on those. And I know that there's going to be like a certain percentage of books that when I read them, I'm going to feel good passing them on. I don't keep every book that I read. That's not the kind of reader that I am. Even if I really, really liked a book, I'm choosy about what is going to stay. I even have boxes of books that are staying in my closet right now, but I could definitely go through those and I could probably get rid of some more, to be honest. And when we move, I probably will do that. But when I think about if I want to keep a book, I think about, does this book hold enough love in my heart to stay on my shelves forever? Like I'm thinking about my forever library. When my husband retires, we're going to buy our dream house. I'm going to have a whole library. Like, does this book belong in that room on those shelves? Some of them, the very easy answer is yes. And some of them, the answer is no, I think I'm good. And if later on I can't stop thinking about that book and I want to get it again, I can get it again. It's not going to be a problem. So I'm thinking about that a lot. And just knowing that, not every book that I read is going to stay in my house is definitely giving me the encouragement to pick things up and make good decisions after I read them. So that's what's happening here. Am I going to have book hauls still? I will, because every once in a while I'm going to allow myself to buy a book. I'm not going to stop buying books completely, because the second I say that, that's all I'm going to want to do. But I will get books here and there, but I'm not going to have 20 plus books every month that I'm bringing into my house. I just can't do that anymore. I really just can't. So I want to take this next year while we are here and try to really just pare down my collection by reading, by reading what I have, not bringing in very much, and just I need to take control over it. That's what I need. And right now I feel like I don't have control over it. I am giving into temptation a whole lot, and, things get sent to me a whole lot. And I just need to put a little bit more restrictions on both of those things. So that's what's going to be happening. And the reason I'm really deciding to take action here is because it's just more often than not, I have been overwhelmed, and I don't like that feeling. And I think part of that is why I got into a slump in April. I think I was feeling very overwhelmed. So didn't help, right? And yeah, so that's what's going to be happening over here. I've been dealing with that for the past couple of weeks here, just kind of unhauling some stuff, putting things on Pango, donating things, going through things. I could definitely still get rid of a lot more, but I'm just going to leave it to where it is right now, because right now I'm okay. Periodically, I'll still go through and probably get rid of some stuff here and there. So we'll just kind of see how that goes. But I'm just going to kind of go with what I'm feeling. So if I start getting this feeling again, I'm still overwhelmed, even though not much is coming in, I'll just go through and do another unhaul and it'll be fine. So that's what's been happening. Is it a good problem to have? Absolutely. Books. I love them. I love them so much. I just have to think about things a little bit differently because of our moving situation, and our living situations are different everywhere we go. And we'll probably have a smaller house next time we move, and, I won't have room for all these books. So we'll see how everything goes, but that is what's happening over here. Just want to let you know that. So again, I will have book hauls every so often, but they're not going to be the huge ones that I've been having because I just can't do that anymore. So let me know your thoughts. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. But right now I feel comfortable, and I will definitely feel better when I am like reading and unhauling and, doing all that kind of stuff. So yeah. All right. I just want to take this next year and really focus on it. So that's going to be a major focus for me for the next year until we are starting to get ready to move again. The goal is to have a whole lot less. And all right, that's going to be it for me today. So I will see you guys later. Thank you for listening. Thanks for having coffee with me. And I will see you next time. Bye.